Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Melissa, and if this is your first time being here, thank you so much for stopping by. Now, today I want to talk about some new features that are in Cricut Design Space. For some of us, we might be having anxiety because we were just learning the old Cricut Design Space and we were getting a hang of it, right? And then all these new features are here: the unite, the subtract, the intersect, and some of us, we weren't so very good at math. So it's giving us anxiety. But today in this video, I'm going to show you what each of these mean and the different changes that are in Cricut Design Space. So if that's something that you're interested in, just keep on watching. Okay, today we're going to talk about a few changes that happened in Cricut Design Space. Now, here I have on my canvas, I uploaded two shapes. To get these shapes, you could go here to images, rather shapes. You go to shapes and you could choose any of these shapes that you want to work with. I'm working with a circle and a heart. Now what I went ahead and did, when you upload a shape, say for instance, I do this pentagon here, it's gonna come in with this color, like a dark gray color. You could go here and you could change that shape color. So now I have a blue. I'm just gonna put this away, and I have my view at 100% because I actually want you to see what I'm doing right here. All right, so to get this beta version, you go here to settings right here, and you'll find that you're going to see beta, you're going to see live. So to change to the beta version, you're just going to click the beta version, it's going to download right there. So what you're going to do, there are some changes. So the first change I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about the layers panel here. Here, if I should select these two images, it will give you the option of grouping and ungrouping. So in the previous one, we had one option for ungroup, one option for group. All right, but now they changed that and it's just one option we have. So if I press this, you'll see that they are grouped together, and then you'll see that these two things right here, you have two different objects. It tells you that these are grouped. Now if I press it, it will go back and these are now ungrouped. Okay, so I could move it around. So that is one change. And also you have the duplicate button, that's always been there, and you have the delete button, which has always been there. Another change that was made is that if I should click on this heart right here, you see that I have the option to rename it. So I could rename this as yellow heart, right? And you could just click on it, double click on it, and you'll see that you'll have this option to rename your objects that are on your canvas. Now, let's talk about the layers panel, the ones at the bottom. So in the old version, you had the option of slice, you had the option of weld, attach, flatten, and contour. But now you have some different versions coming up. So we still have the slice option, but in this option right here where you see combine, if I should click on it, you'll notice that you still have the weld option, but you have four more different options, and I'm going to show you what happens when you use each. So as you know, so I'm going to put my heart over my circle, And if I should select both of these and I come here and I press weld, you'll notice that one, the color is going to change to one thing, right? So they both, the yellow heart is now welded with the circle, okay? So the only way you could get out of a weld is if you press the undo button, all right? So now if I press the undo button, you'll see that I could now separate my object. But now Cricut Design Space have this cool feature that is called, so if I should select this again and we go here, it has this cool feature that acts like a weld, but in my opinion, it's much cooler than weld, because if I should press unite, it's gonna look the same way as if I welded my image. But look at what you could do. Remember, we said that when you weld an image, the only way you could get out is to press the undo button. But the cool thing about Unite is that you'll see right here that my two items are united, and you could tell because the colors now become the same. What you could do with this is that, say for instance, I unite two objects and I decide that I don't like it so much. I thought this circle could have been a little bit bigger. You could go over to the layers panel and you see I highlighted the circle and I could stretch it out a little bit more and you'll see that the circle gets bigger. Or I could say, okay, I want my heart to be a little bit, and this is what you're going to have. So I believe that is also a very cool image, a cool way to go about it, because you could manipulate this. The only way you can get out of a weld is if you could go out, you could undo. And if I should decide that, oh, I'm not working on this anymore, and I close my my canvas here, what you'll find is that when you come back, you still have the option. With Unite, you still have the option to manipulate this right here. Okay, so that is one cool feature that I really like about the Unite. Now, I'm just going to undo Unite. Remember, you could undo. So I'm going to undo the Unite. Okay, and you'll see now that I could move it back. I'm going to change my color of my heart to yellow. All right, so with Weld, you could not undo. The only way you could undo is if you press the back button, the one right here, right here. All right, the next feature that I want to show you is, let me group again, is what we call the the subtract. All right, so it acts similar to the slice. Remember, when you use slice, so if you should touch slice, you see that this part is out, right? Remember? And you will have the different layers that you'll take out the different layers that you don't need. Now, you have what they call the subtract, and I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, so I'm gonna put my object, my yellow heart, back over my purple circle, and I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna press subtract. Now, what do you notice? It took out all my yellow heart and the piece that was overlapping the circle. So this is the only thing that is left. Now, it depends on what you're working with. This would come in handy, but I believe that the slice tool sort of work differently, because when you're slicing, it did not take the entire heart away. It just took out the section that was sliced out. All right. So it depends on what you're really using it for. So let's look at the other ones. All right. And this one, I really do not know how we can actually use this one, but the intersect button. I don't know if you remember math from school, and when you have two Venn diagrams that are there, with the intersect, when two Venn diagrams intersect, then it would be what is left inside that little piece right there. So it works similar to with this one. So I selected my two objects and I'm gonna press intersect. And when I press intersect, this is what's gonna happen. The little piece that was in the middle, that was what is taken out. See, let me go back and I'm gonna show you again. So this little piece right here, and it always takes the layer that is on top. All right, the layer that is on top is what it takes. So if I should draw a line with a circle right here, or if I should complete my circle right here, then this little tiny piece right here is what's gonna be left. So let me show you that again. So intersect. See what is left? Just that little piece that was in there. And that is how the intersect works. Now there's another feature which is so I'm gonna put it back. There you go, which is the exclude. Now it works just the same as the intersect in my opinion. So if I should click that, the little part that was taken out, that little part that was taken out, that was left, that's the only thing that is taken out. The rest of the image right here is left. Okay, so the so let me undo that. So let's go back to intersect, right? That's the only piece that is left. But let me undo this and go to exclude. You notice that that little piece that was taken out is left. And there are some things that is really helpful, to be honest with you. It's really, really helpful. But there are some that, I don't know how I'm going to really use it at this point in time. There's another thing that I want to talk about. Let me change my color. So if I'm gonna take this, for instance, there's another thing. I'm going to group him and then I'm going to duplicate these. All right. And say, for instance, I want to move one of these. So I'm going to ungroup this and I'm going to move this yellow heart to this group. I can also do that. So I'm going to move this. All I have to do is come over to this and I'm going to move it here. And then what you'll see what happens. You see that? You see that? It now becomes a part of what is also grouped here, which is pretty fine. All right. So if I should take my pentagon, I could move it and I'm going to move it to my grouped ones. Let me put my view down. What do you notice? The pentagon now is a part of that group, which is super cool, super cool. So this is all I have for you today. Let me know what you think of these different features. Let me know if you have used them. It is okay if you feel like you're not ready for these features. You could, as I said, you could always go back here, go to settings, and then go back to the live version. So until we meet, I'll see you next time. Bye.